Alrighty, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is, whenever you're watching this. My name is Bethany Davis, and I'm a graduate assistant for our Office of Career Services at Troy University. And today we're going to be talking about some major and career exploration and some tools that we have to help you kind of figure out what major you should choose, what career you should be pursuing, and all those kinds of things. Alrighty, so major and career exploration is something that some students are kind of scared of. Obviously, it's kind of terrifying, especially if you're a freshman, sophomore, 18 to 20 years old, to kind of be choosing your life path. So we really just want to kind of get rid of some of that anxiety and some of that fear and kind of help you not be stressed about it, and just help you make the best decision that you can. All right, so why are your interests important? A lot of people, when they're choosing a major or a career, they just kind of pick what they think will make the most money or what sounds like fun or what your parents have done. But it's very important when you're choosing a major and a career to pick something that fits your interests. So people tend to move towards careers that match their interests and personality. So you don't want to choose something that you're not necessarily going to fit in and out. People usually enjoy their careers more if what they do interests them. So you might enjoy a career that's completely unrelated to things that you like, but you're going to get more out of it and feel more fulfilled at the end of the day if it's something you really enjoy going to do. By finding the perfect combination of your skills, your interests, and your personality, you can find a career that fits you perfectly. So that's what we kind of want to work on today. All right, so we have what's called a career development cycle. So a lot of people think that once you choose your major or you choose your career, that's kind of where you're stuck. We want to encourage you guys that it's a cycle and it keeps going for your whole life. So the first thing that you start at is your career decision making. That's where you are right now. You're kind of in college trying to decide, do you want to do education? Do you want to do business? What kind of major would you like to have? And then after you've chosen your major, you'll go into the career planning and preparation stage. Then you'll get employment, obviously sometime around graduation. And then we do encourage you to reassess your career as you go along. So that means, if you've been doing a job for 5 to 10 years, stop and think about, is it fulfilling you? Is it something you still enjoy? Is it where you want to be? Or do you maybe kind of want to switch careers up? Because it's completely okay to do 2 or 3 different careers throughout your lifetime if your interests and your values and your personality changes a little bit. All right, so step number 1 is career decision making. This is where your self-assessment comes in. So you want to think about yourself. What are your values? What are your interests? What are your personality? What are your skills? So you want to try to find a major and a job that includes all of those things so that you can be as happy as possible. And the way that we figure out what your values, your interests, your personality, your skills are is through assessments. One of the assessments that we have, it's going to be on the next slide. So I'll scroll over to it, just pause this video. You can take the exercise. Super easy, takes 5 minutes. Just pull out a sheet of paper, write down your answers, and then we'll go over it. So this is where you pause it and just kind of complete this exercise. All right, so if your answers pointed to you being a realistic doer, some of the personality traits that you have is you're very strong and stable, typically athletic, practical, traditional. You like to know how things work. You like to work with your hands. Maybe you're interested in mechanical equipment, doing things outdoors. You like to do action things. You don't want to be stuck at a desk all day, and you're very focused on the now. So not necessarily planning 10 years into the future, not necessarily thinking 5 years into the past, but really focusing on now and what you should be accomplishing at that moment. Again, remember for all of these that they're not necessarily going to be 100% all of these words describe you, but just kind of think about how that does fit you and 3 or 4 of those traits that you do see in yourself. All right, so some of the questions, just to give you some fun answers for them. What kind of car do they drive? Typically a pickup truck, an SUV, a Jeep, an ATV. Again, these are your people who like to be outdoors. They like to go on road trips. They like to be, hunting, fishing, all that kind of stuff. And so they're going to kind of have a vehicle that fits that. They enjoy camping, sporting events, playing sports, fishing, even hiking. And they're motivated by hands-on, tangible results. So if you're working on a project, you want to see what that project accomplishes, what that's going to teach you for the future, and those kinds of things. On TV, they're typically going to watch sporting events, the Wildlife Channel, home repair shows, just to give them ideas of more things that they can do, because they really like to be involved in things. So some college majors that Troy has, that would be a good thing for you to consider if you're a realistic doer. There's physical education. We have pre-engineering, we have technology, we have surveying and geomatics, criminal justice, kinesiology, sports management, athletic training, information systems, and then we have the Army and Air Force ROTC. So those are just some suggestions. If you haven't thought about them before, feel free to come into our office and talk about them with us. Or you can call that department and set up a meeting with one of the advisors and the faculty. Just kind of talk to them about those classes and see if it fits what you'd like to do in the future. All right, our next personality type is the investigative thinker. These are the curious people. They're very reserved, independent, highly intellectual. They really like math and science. They want to problem solve. They like to work without constraint and structure. They ask why and why not. So they're constantly asking questions, and they look to the future. So they're the people who are going to have a plan. They've got their planner. They've got everything laid out, and they're looking forward to what does the future look like? What do I need to do to prepare for that? So some fun facts about them. The car they're typically going to drive is going to be like a smart car or a hybrid, you know, like a Prius or like a Subaru or something, very conscious of the world around them. So they're very concerned about, you know, taking care of the planet, taking care of the environment, those kind of things. What activities do they enjoy? Typically visiting museums, reading, doing puzzles. They're motivated by their curiosity. They always want to learn. They always want to grow their knowledge. And on TV, they're going to watch mysteries, crime shows, documentaries, Grey's Anatomy, Big Bang Theory, those kind of very intellectual shows that kind of have a funnier side that they can also learn something from. So some good majors, if you feel like this personality type is definitely you. There's anthropology, biology, pre-engineering, business, pre-health, kinesiology, sociology, psychology, history, criminal justice, computer science, nursing. So all of those are fields where you're going to constantly be learning something new, constantly growing your knowledge, and really getting to explore being a thinker. All right, our next personality type is the artistic creator. So they're very creative. They appreciate beauty in everything. They're very intuitive, so they can kind of tell what's, you know, going on with your mood, tell what's happening with your emotions, those kind of things. They're very expressive. They're very spontaneous. These will be the people that'll call you at 2 a.m. to go drive down to Panama City and watch the sunrise with them. They rely on verbal and visual skills, so not so much on the intellectual side, but just more on what are their skills, what are they good at. They like to work alone. Working with other people tends to interrupt their creativity. They're very flexible. And they're very, very free, and they love to be inspired. So they don't really like to be held down or constricted by other people's ideas or standards or anything like that. They like to just be themselves. Some fun facts about them. The kind of car they're going to drive, something really fun with a lot of personality. So maybe a Volkswagen Bug, a Mini Cooper. Even if they've got like a regular car, you know, it's still going to have, you know, stickers or something really cool about it that sets it apart. The activities they enjoy are going to be Broadway shows, concerts, museums, films. They're going to be your people who have watched those really obscure Netflix, you know, movies that no one's ever heard of before, but they're really excited about them and they love to talk about them. They're motivated by being able to express themselves. So that's the thing that's most important to them, is being able to completely just be themselves. The TV shows they're going to watch, things like The Voice, American Idol, HGTV, Food Network, maybe E. They're very interested in different kinds of people and different kinds of trends and things that are going on. So if you feel like you're an artistic person, if you feel like that's your personality type that fits you, some college majors that Troy has would be anthropology, music, art, English, drama, theater, dance, communications, broadcast journalism, graphic design, foreign language, sociology, pre-law, hospitality, tourism management, and interpreter training. So sometimes people think, oh, artistic means I have to be really good at painting or really good at singing or really good at music or something like that. But really, artistic people, sometimes that's not necessarily where your talent is. Sometimes your talent is in talking to people. So you're going to do communications or journalism because you're really good at just communicating with people. Sometimes you're just got a really spunky personality and you really love just interacting with people. So you might do hospitality, tourism management. So don't think, if you're not a great painter or you're not a dancer or you're not an actor, that you can't be artistic. There's tons of other ways to express art than just those ones that we're used to. All right, our next personality is the social helper. This is one that we see a lot of people have mixed with another one. So if you'll remember on your assessment, you had to pick your top 3. So a lot of times the social helper is mixed in with another couple of personalities because it's really complementary. It goes with other personalities as well. So your social helper is going to be kind, generous, cooperative. They're idealistic. They're all about feelings and helping others. They solve individuals' problems. They don't like competition. They're really good listeners. They work really well in teams with other people. They like to talk about ideas and conflicts, and they're motivators. So this is going to be your peacekeeper, your person that just wants to make sure everybody's okay. And they're going to motivate you. They're going to be the encouragers who are saying, you can do this, you got this, and that kind of thing. So some fun facts about them. They're typically going to drive a bigger car because they like to help people. So they want to be able to take their friends to Walmart and go on road trips together and things like that. So they're going to have a Tahoe, Suburban, SUV, something that has a lot of room for a lot of people. The activities they enjoy is hanging out with family and friends, going to the beach, having family reunions, going to Disney World, going on mission trips, or volunteering to help other people. They're motivated by being able to help others. So their number one goal is being able to help someone. On TV, they're typically going to watch This Is Us, Oprah, Dr. Phil, Ellen, Extreme Makeover, those kind of feel-good shows that let them see the good in the world and let them see others helping people. So some really good social helper majors that Troy offers. Anthropology is one, history, philosophy, pre-health, so your doctors, kinesiology, sports management, education, social work, nursing, athletic training, political science, psychology, and then collaborative education. So these are going to be your teachers, your doctors, your nurses, people that are all about spending all day, every day helping other people. All right. Our next one is the enterprising persuader. So these are going to kind of be your businessmen, your salesmen, those kind of things. They're energetic, fast-paced, ambitious, competitive. They're very social, not necessarily in the way of being a helper, but just in the way that they're at ease with people. They love to talk to people. They're perfectly fine doing things like giving speeches, any kind of public speaking doesn't make them nervous at all. They like power, status, rewards. They're very persuasive. They like to influence others, not necessarily in a bad way. They're very assertive. They make decisions. They challenge new ideas. They like risks and adventure. They do not like to do detail-oriented work, and they prefer action. So again, these are your people who don't want to be sitting at a desk, but they don't necessarily want to be outside. They want to be at meetings and conferences and presentations and interacting with other people. All right, some fun facts about them. So the kind of car that they're going to drive is typically going to be something like a Lexus, a Porsche, a BMW, a Cadillac. Sometimes people see these things and they think that this is a negative personality type, but there are no negative personality types. So this kind of person isn't necessarily a bad person for wanting to have power or nice cars or anything like that. It's just their personality. That's what's important to them. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they're, a shark on Shark Tank or anything like that. They really like to travel the world. They enjoy golfing, going to resorts. So they kind of enjoy the higher end of things. They're motivated by persuading people. So again, not necessarily in a negative way. But these are going to be your people who, they want to encourage you to have a 401k. They want to encourage you to have savings for college. They want to persuade you to do positive things, not necessarily negative things. On TV, they're going to watch things like Shark Tank, Undercover Boss, The Apprentice, House of Cards. So those very interesting, shows that are going to give them things to talk about at business meetings and things like that. So if you feel like this is your personality type, Troy has lots of majors for you. There's business administration, economics, all of our business majors, communication, English, history, law, mathematics, philosophy, political science, psychology, sociology, sport and tourism management, and pre-engineering. So more on the business side of that. Again, they don't necessarily want to do the detailed part of setting up, the structures to build a bridge, but they do kind of want to be on the business side of maybe running an engineering firm or something like that. All right, our next one is our conventional organizer. This is another one that tends to go kind of with one of your other personality types. It also mixes very well. They're very conscientious and thorough, so they're super detail oriented, very stable, very steady, organized. They trust their experience. They like tangible, practical results. Very logical. They like to analyze data. They love to be in office settings where they have definite work hours, secure benefits, a typical salary, those kind of things. They don't like change, risk, or disruptions. So this is your person that kind of has their planner, everything's color coordinated. You want them to be in charge of your group project because they are very on top of things. And they typically work well in office settings because they keep the office running, because they keep it organized. So some fun facts about them. Typically they're going to drive just a typical car. They're not very flashy. They're not really wanting to stand out. They're going to have, a Honda, Toyota, Buick, a sedan, something kind of simple. They enjoy going to lakes, mountains, beaches, going sightseeing, just the typical simple things in life. They're motivated by organizing and bringing order to things. So if they walk into your house and it's, crazy unorganized, and you say, I need help, they're definitely going to be on top of that. What do they watch on TV? Extreme couponing, Hoarders, the news, the Today Show. They want to kind of be on top of things and pay attention to what's going on in the world, but not necessarily get stressed out about it. So some good majors if you feel like you're definitely a conventional personality type. There's a biology program, so medical, laboratory science concentration. There's the business world. There's accounting, economics, finance, criminal justice, mathematics. Again, we've got sport and tourism management, and then computer science. All right, so now that you know your Holland code, you know kind of what your personality is, a few ideas for some majors, some careers that you could pursue. It's very important that you know your interests. Remember that they're very important when you choose a career so that you can do something that fulfills you and makes you happy. You want to look at them objectively to see which of your interests would help you select the right career. So again, you picked your top 3 personalities. That's because nobody's going to fit into that one simple box of being specifically just one thing. So when you're looking at careers, kind of look at all those options for all of those personalities that you tested into, and just see which one you think is going to fulfill you more. You're the one who chooses your career. Always remember that, not someone else. So you don't necessarily have to feel like, oh, I need to make all this money because my friends are, or that you want to be something because that's what your parents are, or that you always thought you would be something and you're not sure if you can change. It's completely your choice. Whatever you feel like is going to fulfill you and make you happy day in and day out, that's what you should always go with. And then be positive. Remember, choosing a career is a process. It's not an end-all be-all. So just because you get a business degree, doesn't mean that you have to just be a businessman for the next 15 years of your life. You can always kind of switch it up. And it's a process. It takes different steps, and that's why we have avenues available to help you. So coming in for career counseling, talking to your advisor, job shadowing, talking to people who are in the career field that you're considering. Use all of those options so that you have all of the information possible. So remember that you're in the career decision-making stage, and we do have tools to help you. So remember, you've done one self-assessment. We have another one. It's called Focus. It's available on our website. You can also job shadow. You can come to a major exploration fair in the fall. You can do networking, you can do research, you can even join a professional organization on campus. So the marketing club, the Human Sport Tourism Management Club, that kind of thing. And then your general education classes. So you can kind of choose classes from different departments that will fulfill your general education part of your transcript. And that way you can kind of get a taste for things and see what you really feel like you're interested in. All right, so career planning and preparation will be your next step. That'll be between your sophomore and your senior year of college. And this is where you really start looking for ways to get into your career. So internships, part-time employment, volunteer work, extracurricular activities. You're looking at things that you can put on your resume, your cover letter, so that when you graduate and you go to interview for those jobs, you got some experience that kind of makes you stand out. You also want to work on your interviewing skills and your networking. So it's very important to come to career fairs to get to know employers and really just get yourself out there and get yourself ready for your career. One tool that we have for you is Handshake. You all have an account. You use your Trojan Pass, so your Trojan ID, and then your login. And then you can log in and see job internships. You can connect with employers. So we have a lot of employers that use Handshake specifically because they want to recruit Troy graduates. So there's lots of employers in there that you can connect with. And then if you follow us on social media, we're going to post internship opportunities, job opportunities, tons of events like our exploration fair, our career fairs, our career closet, all of those things. So those are some really good tools to keep you involved and help prepare you for your career. Alrighty, and always remember that we are on campus, 124 Eldridge Hall. We can help you with major career exploration, resume and cover letter review, interviewing skills, mock interviews, job search strategies, career fairs. All of those things are things that we provide to you for free because we want to help you get ready for graduation and getting a job. So stop by 124 Eldridge Hall, email us at troycareer@troy.edu, or you can give us a call if you need help with anything.